What's going on, guys? Back here for another video. Gonna start going into more ninth grade material to get you guys ready for the beginning of next year. I told you I was gonna be doing that, so we're gonna start that today. And then probably later on in the week, I'm gonna be going live with you guys to go over the next topic with this stuff. So today, what we're gonna focus on is I am going to focus on basically distributive property, but more advanced, okay? So we all should be pretty good with the distributed property when it comes to like basic numbers and letters. But here I'm gonna be throwing in some exponent stuff that you have to remember that all kind of comes together. And this is what you're kind of gonna see when you start distributing in ninth grade. Now, this is like the baseline that's gonna help us with the more difficult polynomial stuff that we're probably gonna be doing in the next two lessons, all right? So I figured we'd start here, build up confidence, get us warmed up with this, for try to remember it, and then we'll start introducing a little bit more difficult things when it comes to polynomials. All right, so the first one I have here is negative x times 9x squared plus 3. Now you have to distribute the negative x to the 9x squared and to the 3. Now here you got to remember that when I distribute this x, and I multiply it to 9x squared, remember the exponent here always with a variable or even a number is always 1, right? Remember we went over that? It's always like there, it's invisible. So you got to keep that in mind. So when I multiply negative x times 9, I'm just going to get negative 9, right? And then negative x times x squared is really x cubed, okay? Because negative x times, pretend there's like, if I wrote this out here, you're never going to see it like this. Remember that. Technically, negative x is really this, right? So when I multiply negative 1x to the first power times 9x squared, well, the coefficients multiplied. Negative 1 times 9 is negative 9. If I do negative x times x squared, well, if I do x to the first times x squared, guys, remember when I'm multiplying, you add the exponent. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, that takes care of that. And then I do negative x times 3. Negative times a positive is a negative. And x times 3 is what, guys? 3x. And then I stop for a second and say, can I combine anything else here? And you can't, because you always look at the exponent. If this exponent's a 3 and this is technically a 1, you can't combine them, they're different terms. Now I just want to show you really quick how you put negative 9x cubed minus 3x into delta math. So when I do that, it's right here, you do negative 9x, so negative 9x, but how do I put the cube? You click the keyboard, you see a squared, that's just going to put a 2 there. If I do a to the b, that means the base to any exponent. And when it does it, it just makes it go up to where the exponent's be. And you want cubed, and how do you get, now I'm still up in where the exponent will be, so how do I get down? You come right over here to these arrows, click the arrow, and it brings you back down, okay? So it's negative 9x minus 3x. So it's going to be minus 3x, and that's it, okay? And that's how you put that into delta math. So that was just to help you guys out there. All right, let's keep going. Next one, I have negative 2x times 3x squared minus 8x. Now the same thing, you look what's on the outside. So it's this whole term, negative 2x, and you're multiplying to the 3x squared and to negative 8x. Now it's just like multiplying exponents here, guys, right? When we did that unit. So you do the coefficients, what's in negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Now, you really have x times x squared. X times x squared is x cubed. How did I get x cubed? I kept the base, which is x, and I added the exponents here. Now, where did 3 come from if you only see the 2? Remember, with this x, there's always a 1 there. Can't forget that. Super important. Now you go to the next term, negative 2x minus 8x. Negative 2 times a negative 8 right here is a positive 16. Okay? And then x times x is x squared. So if you say it all together, negative 2x minus 8x is really positive 16x squared, okay? That's how you do that one. Let's do another. All right. What's on the outside? We have x, okay? So now you have to take x and multiply it, because you're distributing, to 5x squared and to negative 2. Now, x times 5x squared. So when you multiply here, the coefficient's 1, so 1 times 5 is going to give me 5. X times x squared is x cubed. And then x times 2 is just 2x. So it should keep the minus. And then x times 2 is just 2x, guys. Simple. That's it. You can't combine anything else here. This right here has a 3 as an exponent. This has a 1. Different terms, okay? And that's basically it. I mean, the biggest thing to remember, guys, if you just have an x by itself, right, multiplied to another x, here's a little thing that will help you out. Guys, x times x is x squared. Because you're multiplying and the exponents here are 1. And when you multiply, you add the exponents. That's the rule. Okay, so that should help you out. Remember, coefficients are the terms in front of the variable. Those you just do the operation, which in this case is going to be multiplying. So technically the coefficient here was 1, so I did 1 times 5 to give me that 5 here, right? 1x times negative 2 is just negative 2x, simple, okay? And that's what you're going to focus on today. You're going to focus on distributing, but a little bit higher level that you're going to basically see in 9th grade, okay? So go through this Delta Math assignment, guys. Make sure that if you're not getting it, you go back to this YouTube video, kind of follow me along. If you're doing Delta Math, guys, if you get it wrong, look to see the example they give you. They will go over the question for you. Got to make sure you take the time to look at the steps that they give you so you really understand this, guys. This is the basis of what's going to help us what we do the next day, all right? Once I throw in 2 binomials, you have to multiply them. You need to make sure you understand this first to do that, okay? Let's do one more. This one looks like we have a monomial times a trinomial. We got 3 terms here, term here. I'm multiplying because on the outside of the parentheses, so you distribute. So you distribute 1, 2, 3. All right, whatever, I added one more. 8x squared times a negative 3x squared. Coefficients, 8 times negative 3, negative 24. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. How did I get to the 4th? I added the exponents because that's the rule. 8x squared times 10x. So it's going to be a positive because it's positive times positive. Coefficients, 8 times 10 is 80. X squared times x is not x squared, guys. It's x cubed. Always a 1 there, and I'm adding. Plus 8x squared times 10 is going to be 80 because you do the coefficients, which is 10 times 8 is 80, and keep the x squared. The reason why you just keep the x squared here is because there's no x term here with the 10. That's it. And you look, you go, okay, am I done? Exponent 4, exponent 3, exponent 2. Since they're all different numbered exponents, you cannot combine them. You leave them be, and that's your answer. This is your final answer. Okay? If this was a common exponent like squared and squared, then I can bring them together. But since they don't have a common exponent, I cannot bring them together. And that's how you distribute a monomial times a binomial, a monomial times a trinomial. Please make sure that you go over this, you kind of understand it. Any questions, guys, please reach out to me. This will be the assignment for the next few days, and then I think I'm going to go live probably on Thursday. So be ready to go live on Thursday at some point so that I can go through how to multiply binomials probably with you on Thursday. This is getting into 9th grade stuff now, so you guys got to make sure you really focus, you pay attention, you give this a shot so that when you go to school come next September, you're ready to go, all right? This is an unfortunate situation, but we're going to make the best out of it. As long as you guys are putting your effort and your part in, you'll be just fine. You'll do super well in my class by the end of the year, and you'll have a leg up come September. That's the goal here. That's what I'm trying to accomplish for you guys. Miss everyone. Hope everyone's doing really well. Any questions, please drop a comment in this video. Please make sure if you aren't already subscribed, turn on post notifications so you know when my next video goes live or when I post a video. Besides that, guys, remember, I'm Mr. Cornell. We are the Math Fam here, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Like I said, any question, please reach out. You guys have a great day. Enjoy. Peace out.